Hey gamers, welcome back to Loot Now. Today we're diving into some fresh free games on Steam. Without further ado, let's get down to it. Ever dreamed of a 2D boss fight game that feels like a cartoon carnival? This indie gem delivers exactly that. 10 bosses, each with its own quirky mechanic, keep the action fresh. One's a juggling octopus, another a dancing pizza slice. The real kicker? A boss creator that turns any image from your computer into a showdown. Just drag in a photo, tweak a few sliders, and boom, your own custom boss is ready to challenge you. The single developer polish shines through, hand-drawn sprites, punchy sound effects, and a humor style that never feels forced. It's the perfect pick for anyone craving bite-sized, high-energy battles without the weight of a big studio. If you love quick, creative fights, this is the game you've been waiting for. So you've stepped into the shoes of a divine intervention operative, and your first assignment? Investigate the infamous Dreamcatcher 2003 and put a lid on the nightmare before it claims any more victims. From the moment you open the portal, you're plunged into a world that feels like a mashup of Yumniki's dreamlike corridors and Ib's surreal, character-rich locales. Every turn hides a new oddball, and the monsters that stalk you are as bizarre as they are relentless. You're not alone in this. The enigmatic Kiki guides you, offering cryptic advice and a few laughs that keep the tension from tipping into pure dread. The game balances horror, comedy, and action in a tight 1-2 hour sprint. There's no time to get lost in a labyrinth. Each encounter pushes you forward, demanding quick reflexes and clever thinking. It's a wild, unpredictable ride that stays fresh from start to finish, keeping you on your toes the whole way. If you're after a bite-sized, high-octane horror adventure with a dash of humor, this is the one to try. What the Hack throws you straight into the chaos of a high-security facility, but with a twist, you're no longer a human, you're a program. The moment Boolean's consciousness is zapped into the system, a security drone starts scanning for malware. The clock starts ticking, and the only way to survive is to hijack whatever you can find: drones, vacuum cleaners, even a colossal logistics crane. It's a brilliant mix of puzzle and platforming that feels more like a digital escape room than a traditional action game. The humor is sharp and the narrative light, letting you laugh at the absurdity of a robot vacuum becoming your getaway vehicle. Each machine you commandeer offers a fresh way to navigate the level, and the game rewards creative thinking with clever rewards and a satisfying aha moment when you finally slip past the security grid. The developers, 6 third-year students from Hope School West Vlaanderen, have crafted a polished experience from a tight schedule, and the result is surprisingly robust. The soundtrack by Joshua Maas from the Royal Conservatoire of Ghent adds an upbeat, almost jazzy vibe that keeps the pace lively without overpowering the action. Overall, What the Hack is a clever, humor-filled puzzle platformer that showcases what a small team can achieve when they think outside the box. It's quick, it's clever, and it's a lot of fun to watch the world flip on its head from inside a computer. If you enjoy games that let you think on your feet and laugh at the unexpected, this is one you'll want to play. Picture the classic Snake game you grew up with, but now you're plunging into a cosmic void where the rules shift with every breath. Each apple you snag makes your tail stretch, but instead of a simple grid, you're navigating a non-Euclidean landscape that bends and warps around you. The geometry feels like a psychedelic dream, spirals that loop back on themselves, planes that fold into impossible angles. It's a visual trip that keeps you guessing where the next obstacle will pop up. The gameplay stays true to the core: dodge your own tail, outmaneuver spikes, and keep that line as long as possible. But the deeper you go, the faster everything speeds up, and the leaderboard pressure turns into a frantic race against time. Daily and all-time leaderboards add a competitive edge that turns a simple apple eating session into a battle for the top spot. If you're craving a fresh twist on a nostalgic classic and love a challenge that tests both reflexes and spatial reasoning, this Deep Space Snake is worth a try. It's simple on the surface, but the deeper you dive, the more mind-bending it becomes. Hey folks, let's talk about CrossPlanet, the free third-person shooter that's been a labor of love from a tiny team of 2 devs and a handful of friends. First off, it's an instant thrill, sprint, double jump, jetpack, and you're in the thick of a fast-paced, skill-based battle that rewards precise aim and clever movement. The arsenal of 11 distinct weapons feels solid, each with its own recoil and tactical niche, and the 2 heavy vehicles add a satisfying punch to the mix. What's great is that there are no pay-to-win mechanics or microtransactions. Everything you unlock is earned on the field, from 10 unique armors to a handful of skins. You can jump into 10 maps across 15 modes, and the leaderboard and bot system keep the grind engaging. But because it's still a work in progress, polish is uneven. Expect occasional bugs, rough edges, and a few areas that feel unfinished. The team has been honest about that, releasing it for free to gather feedback and decide whether to push it further. So if you're craving a pure, movement-heavy arena shooter without the grind of buying gear, CrossPlanet offers a raw, honest experience. Dive in, give it a shot, and help shape its future. Hey, let's talk about Master of Peace. Prologue, the free pre-launch of what's shaping up to be a deck-building roguelike that feels like a board game on a screen. The first thing that grabs you is the simple, clean interface. You pick a squad of mercenaries, each with a unique trait, and send them into the dark mist of the blazing sands. The combat is turn-based, but the speed order gives it a bit of that board game pacing, making each move feel deliberate. What's really cool is how the game rewards experimentation. You can upgrade traits, swap relics, and build your commander's abilities on the fly. With over 140 mercenaries, 80 relics, and 400 card events, every run feels fresh. The new boss battles in the second region add a nice splash of intensity that keeps the tension high. And the developers have listened. They've added a trait upgrade system, commander level progression, and even customizable presets to give you a head start. The lobby feels more immersive now, setting the stage before you dive into the mist. All in all, Master of Peace. Prologue offers a slick, strategic experience that's easy to pick up but hard to master. If you love building synergies and replayability, mark your calendar for the full release in November. You'll want to have your deck ready. Hard Drivers throws you straight into the future of arcade racing, where every track feels like a neon dream that defies gravity. From the iridescent twists of Disc Drive to the sand-soaked dunes of Android Arena and the slick Cyber City streets of Circuit City, each circuit feels fresh and frantic. The real thrill comes from the deep customization system. With over 100 kart builds, you can swap wheels, spoilers, engines, and paint jobs to tailor acceleration, handling, and weight to your style. And the pickups, shields, speed boosts, tractor beams add a chaotic edge that keeps every lap unpredictable. Made by a cohort of SMU Guildhall students in just 12 weeks, Hard Drivers proves that passion and polish can coexist. If you love fast, flashy racing with a dash of strategy, this is the game that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Hey, fellow gamers, let's talk about a game that's as tough as it is intriguing. Yumu Kanpaku Cube Chaos. Picture this, you're in the shoes of the legendary Yumu from 2. But instead of wielding her blade, you're holding a cube that's trying to escape a maze of physics and enemies. The core mechanic: lift that cube against gravity and glide it to the exit without touching walls or enemies. Sounds simple? Think again. The cube moves at a blistering speed, and the enemies aren't just obstacles, they actively try to mess with you. Every level throws new foes with unique behaviors, from the stealthy Shadow Shade to the relentless Boomerang Beetle. You'll need to master Focus Mode to slow down time for precise movements, and the Charge Slash to clear a path or break through barriers. It's a recipe for frustration, and you'll fail a lot, but that's part of the charm. There are 100 levels spread across 6 worlds, each world introducing fresh challenges and enemies. The difficulty ramps up, but the game offers a lower difficulty option if you're more into exploring than grinding. And if that's not enough, the final stretch adds an extra layer of complexity that will test even the most seasoned players. What sets it apart? The animal spirits mechanic. By summoning different spirits, like the swift Wind Wisp or the heavy Earth Golem, you can tweak Yumu's abilities to fit each level's demands. It's a clever way to keep gameplay fresh and strategic. In short, Cube Chaos is a hard, physics-driven puzzle platformer that rewards patience and precision. If you love a good challenge and can handle a lot of fails, this is a game you'll find yourself returning to level after level. Ready to see if you can master the cube and conquer all 100? Let's dive in. Ever wondered what happens when a platformer and a fighting game throw a party in a city where every glitch and mistake lives under a multiversal tree? That's the Bloopers mayhem for you. In this 1v1 title, the maps are generous, giving you room to sprint, jump, and dodge in a fast-paced game robbery mode. First, you need to secure a kill, then a random game spawns somewhere on the map. Grab it, sprint back to your basket, and hold there for 4 seconds to score. The first to 3 games wins, simple, but the chaos that ensues is anything but. The progression system is split into juicy zaps and dimes. Juicy zaps, earned only at the end of a match or through promotions, let you unlock slots, buy clisher packs, rare prints, and overcharges, essentially the upgrades that keep your character sharp. Dimes come from promotions and real money, but they're strictly cosmetic, tags that show your emotions. The result? A P2W wall that's actually play to win. Your skill matters, but the currency system rewards grinding over spending. Story is light on exposition, but the mystery of Bloopers, broken display, and Scarlet Scar keeps players guessing. The real challenge? Promote every character, collect every tag, and master all upgrades while managing your juicy zaps. It's a wild, chaotic grind, but if you contain the mayhem, you'll become the master of Void City. Hekaba drops you into a sun-bleached desert where a long-forgotten temple waits to be explored. From the moment you step onto the first stone, the game's core shines, a pressure plate mechanic that turns every platform into a mine teaser. Step on one plate, watch the world shift, then jump across a newly revealed gap. It's simple in idea but addictive in execution, and it keeps you guessing until the very last level. The platforming feels tight. A double jump here, a long leap there, and the environment itself becomes a tool. You'll sprint across crumbling arches, glide over ancient ruins, and feel the thrill of discovering a hidden passage. Every move is purposeful, every jump a puzzle piece. Visually, Hekaba is a desert dream. The temple's stonework glows with a faint, almost mystical light, and the shifting sands give the whole map a living, breathing quality. The soundtrack is understated, letting the game's quiet tension take center stage. In short, Hekaba is a polished, puzzle-heavy platformer that rewards curiosity and careful observation. It's a short but satisfying journey that will leave you reaching for that next pressure plate with a grin. Hey gamers, strap in for delivery, where your courier life turns into a high-octane shooting spree. Picture this, you're a delivery boy armed to the teeth, racing through neon-lit cityscapes, leaping off rooftops, and blasting rogue drones that were meant to drop packages. The city feels alive, full of shortcuts, hidden alleys, and vertical challenges that you'll learn to master or you'll be left in the dust. Combat is brutal and fast. Every drone feels like a boss, and the gunplay is tight, satisfying, and surprisingly arcadish. Between the chaos, you're dropping parcels for a cast that ranges from shady street vendors to corporate overlords and even extraterrestrials. The stakes? Your survival and the freedom you're fighting for. If you love parkour meets shooter with a dose of humor, Delivery is a delivery you can't miss. Get ready to run, shoot, and deliver or die trying. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you won't miss any future updates. See you next time.